Hello, and thank you for tuning in to my rogue deck build. This is a rogue deck that I built for my little brother out of the cards that he has. So if the decks seem a little bit lacking, it's because I'm working with the cards that he provided me. Now, for this build, this is like I mentioned, a Pendulum Magician build. So I've got one Wisdom Eye, one Dragon Pit, 3 Time Gazers, 3 Stargazers, 1 Oath Dragon, 1 Noble Dragon, and lastly a Dragon Pulse for the Magicians within this Magician Pendulum. I've got 3 of the Archfiends, 3 of the Odd Eyes Pendulum, 1 TG Cyber Magician, and 1 Tuning Magician for our Synchro engines within the deck. Also, for the spells, we're running 1 Skyris, 1 Pendulum Call, 1 Pendulum Rising, 1 Pendulum Shift, 1 Polymerization, 1 Dark Hole, a Terraforming, Mage Power, a Pendulum Back, a Magician Circle, 3 Pendulum Reborns, 1 XYZ Effect, a Breakthrough Skill, Magician's Defense, 3 Magic Cylinders, 1 Mirror Force, and 1 Induction Explosion. Now for the extra deck, in his build I have 2 Mighty Warriors, 1 X-Saber Urbellum, 1 Go-Yo King, 1 Odd Eyes Meteor Burst Dragon, Runai's Pendulum Dragon, which is why we had that polymerization in there, and then the Odd Eyes Absolute Dragon. Alright, I hope you enjoyed that rogue build that I did for my brother. If you didn't, then feel free to stay tuned for the competitive build right after this. Alright, so this competitive build is quite a bit different from the other competitive build I've done before, because this one actually used cards that aren't out yet. These cards are coming out in Maximum Crisis, but this is a rogue deck anyway, so I wasn't too big on rules for it, and also just kind of wanted to show this off because this build is freaking amazing. So I mean, it's almost not maybe too much different from the build I've already got on his, because I mean it was pretty competitive from the start, but with these new cards it basically just runs around getting Supreme King Dragon's Arc out, which is just a brutal beast, and he seems like he's hard card to get out, but really with all the support he's got, he's not. Even like some of these cards, like this card's always treated as a Pendulum Dragon right here, so you don't even need your Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon. And then this guy right here always acts as an XYZ Dragon. So the only thing you really need to get out is you need to get out a fusion card, and then the Synchro, which we've got the White Wing Magician, and we've got a Noble Dragon Magician. And this deck has like lots of find them power. But anyway, so we've got the 3 Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragons, not much different there. We got these Astrograph Sorcerers. They help you to pull out the big bad. They can be used to pull out the big bad whenever they're destroyed, or also they can be used to pull out the Stargazer and the Time Gazer from the this new other one, the Chronograph Sorcerers. Then we got 1 Zhengxi, and we've got our 2 Time Gazer and the 2 Stargazers, and then we've got the 2 of their other parts, so we've really got 4 of them. So we're pretty much guaranteed to get them in our Pendulum Zone. And we got 3 of this Iris Magician, 3 of this Black Fang Magician, that White Wing I was talking about. We get a Wisdom Eye. He's perfect for just setting up. We got 2 Archfiend Eccentrics, because I love this card. It's amazing. And it can just wreck your opponent on lots of accounts. But 3 is just way too cloggy, because the effect can only be used once per turn. So you only ever want to have 1 out on the field. So I only got 2 for this deck. And we got the Noble Dragon Magician. This is a 23 monster deck, so quite a few monsters, a bit more than I usually have in mind. But this is just like this setup is just way too good. I got Raigeki, of course, the OP card. We got Miracle Synchro Fusion, which is specifically for the Supreme King Zark for the most part. I mean, other than, of course, sorry, it's actually for a Supreme Arcanite Magician, not for the Zark. Zark you'll get from this 2 and this 2, really. We got the 2 amazing Pendulums, for if our opponents knock out our Pendulums, we can get them set back up fast. We got Pendulum Call, because it's just OP card. It's kind of sad that it was dropped to 1, but it kind of works out anyways. We got 2 Pot of Riches, very good card coming out. Got the Spell Shattering Arrow for going up against the other Pendulum decks. We got Pendulum Graph of Ages, which is a really nice card. Protect your spellcasters from spell effects, same as your Time Gazer does. Your Time Gazer and your Stargazer, they protect you from spells and traps whenever you're attacking. But these Pendulum Graph Space Time and Pendulum Graph Ages will do that like just all the time. Plus they have extra little bonus effects. And then we got 3 of their Sky Arses for extra protection of our Pendulums. We have 1 Bottomless Trap Hole. And then we got 2 Pendulum Reborns, just in case we get stuck somewhere. Get our Pendulum set up again fast and grind again. For the XYZs on this, we're running a Castel and a Dark Rebellion. They're going to be really easy to get to, because there's you're pretty much getting level 4s all day on the field. And we got a bunch of level 7s, because that's what our deck is mostly running. We're doing the Ebon High. It works out really well because the deck runs on spellcasters, and plus it'll allow you to activate some of your other cards from your hand. You don't have to wait that turn to get them. We got Big Eye, this is still your opponent's monsters. The Red Eyes Flare, just in case you need them. You're probably not going to run them in this one, because you're just going to be running over your opponents the entire time. But if for some reason they've got you on the defensive and you can't break out, maybe you can get this guy out and deal some damage. I don't know. Odd Eyes Absolution Dragon. I'm running 2 of these. Mostly I'm running them to kind of help get these guys out. So you're gonna have, chances are you're gonna have the two dragons to get them out there. But if you're stuck with the other level 7, then you can go for Odd Eyes Absolution and then run into the Odd Eyes Rebellion and Odd Eyes Raging after it dies. Then we run an Arcanite Magician, super good. Enlightenment Paladin, because if you're running a Pendulum Magician build, you have to be running this. This is super good. We also got Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon, just because he's the OP level 8. We then got the Nirvana High Paladin. He's another little beast, and he's also a Pendulum, so after we get him, we can keep getting him back out with that 3300 attack. And we got Supreme Arcanite Magician. Runs pretty perfect in this deck, or specifically right here. And then we have the Supreme King Dragon Zark, the big bad boss monster. And this card's just fucking ridiculous. Whenever I first saw this card come out, I was thinking that he was stupid ridiculous, and he was almost game breaking if he wasn't so hard to get out. But actually, with this setup right here, he's not that hard to get out at all. In all honesty. I feel like whenever Maximum Crisis comes out, I need to shoot for these cards and try and build this deck. Honestly, probably not gonna get Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon, because I think he's up to $80 right now. But I've got actually quite a few of these cards, and I would love to do this build right here. I'm just, waiting for Maximum Crisis. That was my competitive deck. Hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to like and subscribe. Go ahead and comment. Most importantly, don't forget to take care of yourselves.